Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the Cupcakes Volunteer Orientation. My name is Abdul Wase. My friends call me AW. I'm the National Volunteer Specialist for Islamic Relief Canada. I'm also overlooking the Cupcakes for Yemen project. My goal for today is to tell you all the details, the entire overview of how this campaign runs, as well as what you're responsible for on the day of volunteering. We're going to go over the overview for the campaign. We'll talk about who can volunteer, some safety precautions, what's going to happen on delivery day, and then lastly, just communication. So the Cupcakes campaign is actually something that we've done in GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, for quite a few years. Alhamdulillah, in Ramadan, we also expanded to Montreal. That was the first time that we've expanded outside of the Toronto area. We're happy to announce that this time we've expanded into a total, I believe, 10 regions from coast to coast, which is so incredible, mashallah. The way the Cupcakes project works is donors purchase a box of 6 gourmet cupcakes, and they could also have that delivered to either themselves or to loved ones with a special note. We're going to be delivering on July 25th and 26th, although some cities might actually be doing just one-day deliveries. All the proceeds fundraised through this initiative go towards Islamic Relief's efforts in Yemen. Before we begin, I'd like for you to watch a quick 2-3 minute video on the situation in Yemen and how Islamic Relief is helping. The link to this video is actually in the email, so I'm going to ask you to pause the video here, watch it, and then come back. The situation is very dire in Yemen. It is the worst humanitarian crisis happening right now, especially for a country that was already on the verge of a famine. Now the entire healthcare system has practically collapsed. Cupcakes for Yemen is just one of the initiatives that we're doing to help the people of Yemen, as well as all the social media awareness that we've been doing as well. May Allah put barakah in this campaign and all others, and bless you for your time and efforts this weekend. Okay, so who can volunteer? First of all, you definitely need a car and a valid driver's license. You'd be surprised how many people sign up every year thinking that they can maybe bike or walk or ask if they can borrow a car from Islamic Relief. No, you can't. Please have a car and a valid driver's license. You must be available on your delivery day for a few hours at least. And it would be a good idea to bring someone along with you, not just because, to keep you company, but also it's significantly easier to complete all the orders if someone's just in the car and your passenger runs up, delivers, and comes back. Let's talk safety precautions. Some areas are a little bit more open now in Canada than others. However, we still want to maintain a contactless delivery for every single order. And I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that in the next few slides. Also, for the day of delivery, we're going to ask that we don't have any large gatherings. And this is up to the team lead. They'll let you know if there's a specific time that you should be arriving, and they might actually space you out in the morning so that not all volunteers show up at the exact same time. All right, delivery day. So as I mentioned before, not every region is doing deliveries on both days. Here's a full list. BC is doing Saturday only. Edmonton's doing both Saturday, Sunday. Calgary as well. Saskatoon is Sunday only. The Greater Toronto Area, we're doing both. London Saturday, Ottawa both. Peterborough Saturday, Montreal both. Quebec City Saturday, and Halifax both. Now, with every cupcake box that you're delivering, there's 2 pieces that are very important. The first one is the sticker that goes on top of the cupcake box. Most likely it'll be done for you before you arrive, hopefully. The second thing is a double-sided thank you card. On the front side, we have information about the Cupcakes for Yemen project, what Islamic Relief is doing on the ground in Yemen. On the back side is all the delivery details that you need to know. Here's the back side of that thank you card. So you have the from field, so this is from the sender, so let's say myself, from Abdul Wase. It'll have my phone number. The street address is the delivery street address where this box is going. If there's an apartment, it'll have that, the city, the postal code, as well as the buzzer. It'll also let you know if this is a gift or not. So in this case, this is not a gift. I've ordered 2 boxes for myself and there's no message. Now, if this was a gift for someone, you'll definitely see that message, and you'll also most likely see a name, and that name will be the recipient of this gift. The most important part of this, I'd say, is that delivery detail information, like the location of where this box is going, as well as the number of boxes. Those are the 2 most important things, I'd say. A very important thing to mention here, make sure that when you're placing this card on the box of cupcakes on my doorstep. You're putting 2 boxes for Abdulase and also this card. Like, you're actually double checking the address, make sure it matches the address that you're currently at. You don't want to give me a thank you card with 123 Mainway on it, like a completely different address on it. This actually happened once when a volunteer, they had good intentions, but they genuinely didn't realize that the back of these thank you cards had addresses on them. Didn't realize that you had to match the card with the current address you're parked at. So they just kind of took random cards, put them on boxes, and left. And as you can imagine, it was a complete disaster because we had donors picking up their boxes of cupcakes, looking at this card, and it's a completely different address, and it's from someone they don't even know, and it's going to someone they don't even recognize with a message that's not even meant for them. We'd like everyone to follow the same method for deliveries. So we're going to follow the contactless delivery method. Step 1, place the cupcake box on the doorstep. Number 2, take a picture of that box by the door. Step 3, ring the bell and leave. Number 4, upload that picture with the street address into a WhatsApp group that everyone will be a part of. Now, you don't need to wait around for someone to open the door. You're simply placing the box on the doorstep, ring the bell, take the picture, and leave. You don't actually have to wait till someone opens the door, receives the box, etc., etc. And we're going to ask everyone to have your deliveries finished by 7 p.m. And in case you're wondering, we will be reminding all buyers of when they can expect their cupcakes, so which day as well as roughly what time. So let's talk about this picture that we're taking. The point of the picture is really for confirmation for us to know that the box of cupcakes was delivered to the correct address. And so here's a wrong way to take the picture and here's a correct way. On the left hand side, we don't want you to just take a picture of the box itself, right? And then caption is done second delivery. That means nothing to us. It doesn't tell us anything. It's not really what we're looking for. On the right hand side, here's an order. It shows you the welcome mat. It shows you the front door. Like, we know it's blue, so we kind of know what the donor's house kind of looks like. And then the caption, the very important part here, the caption is the street address of the delivery. So 3501 Mainway. Once you've taken this picture, you're going to upload it onto our WhatsApp group with all of your fellow volunteers with you. The reason why this is so useful for us is sometimes during the weekend, we'll have donors reach out to us asking that, hey, I didn't get my boxes. No one came to my door. All we have to do is check your WhatsApp group to see if you delivered to that address, took a picture, and then we simply take that picture and send it to the donors. And this has actually happened before where, it wasn't our fault. Like, we actually followed all the steps properly and the donor maybe just didn't hear the knock or didn't hear the bell. For apartments and condo buildings, it is a little bit more tricky. Now, some condos will have strict security policies and they won't allow you to go up. Even though we've included the buzzer number, what we'd recommend is this sample script that we've written. So you can say, Salam, delivering cupcakes sent to you by Abdulwase. Is it okay if I come up? And remember, this is contactless. We might actually have people who say that, you know what, stay there, I'll come downstairs to you instead. If they are going to come down, keeping in mind the contactless method, we're going to recommend that you try to find a surface, maybe like the front desk or a table where you can place the box and just wait for them to come down and grab their box. Now, we are so grateful for our volunteers taking out time to deliver these cupcakes for Yemen. We do ask though that try not to break any traffic laws while volunteering with us. So please be mindful of all traffic signals, stop signs, no parking signs, etc. And unfortunately, I do have to state this, that Islamic Relief Canada will not be responsible for any fines, tickets, etc. This slide only applies for our Greater Toronto Area volunteers. We're actually doing 2 simultaneous projects on the same weekend. We've been running the Zamzam bottles campaign, which means that we're actually going to be delivering Zamzam to some addresses and cupcakes to the other ones. So in your pile of deliveries, you might actually have some cupcakes and some Zamzam all together. You'll know clearly which address is for cupcakes because of the actual design is very different. And this design here, this is for Zamzam. It's blue, it has bottles on it, quite straightforward. Aside from the actual product itself, nothing else changes. All the information is still the same. All right, let's talk about the last topic, which is communication. So as we said, we're going to add everyone to a WhatsApp group just so we can communicate about any orders or questions that people have. This is also the group where we're going to upload all those pictures. Please don't wait until the end of the day to upload your pictures. We ask that you could upload at every single delivery stop. And lastly, let's just communicate any absences or if we're running late, etc. It'll help us a lot. If maybe, you have a flat tire, you just woke up late, you're feeling sick, or whatever it might be, try to let us know as early as you find out so we can prepare, inshallah. Unless, of course, it's a medical emergency or something happened to the family, we understand, of course. But aside from that, please keep us updated. I'm going to give you an example here. So all those yellow markers are the cupcake deliveries. Those 2 markers are our volunteers. We've mapped out every single volunteer's delivery routes. Here's what you'll be receiving prior to the delivery weekend. So for example, we have our amazing volunteer, Peter Parker here, and he's going to receive all of the addresses with the city postal code and also the number of boxes going to that order with the total sum on the right hand side. You're going to get this before the weekend, inshallah, so you can plan out your route. Now let's get back to the example. Let's say if this first volunteer here, let's say it's Irfan. Second one here, Aisha. If Irfan is unavailable on delivery day for whatever reason, he messages us and says, I can't make it, or just actually doesn't message us at all, just kind of is a no-show, we're actually going to give all of these deliveries over to Aisha because she's the closest volunteer. But if we had a bit of a heads up that Irfan's not available, then we would have tried to recruit a volunteer who lives close to this area so that we can split the deliveries with Aisha. In the email that you've received with this volunteer orientation video, you will have some more details about timings, pickup location, etc. Give it a read. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you. On behalf of Islamic Relief Canada, thank you so much for volunteering your time. May Allah accept from you, may Allah reward you, and may Allah help the people of Yemen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.